Yes, as Jamie Carragher has told us, no one in Liverpool's thinking about the quadruple, apart from the players. Is the contract a concern, Jamie?
Yes, it is, because he's a Liverpool legend. He's been one of the greatest players, not just of this generation, that we've ever seen in Liverpool shirt. So you want to make sure he's tied down for the next sort of 3 or 4 years. No doubt there's just over 12 months left on that contract. He doesn't give too much away there. It doesn't look like Liverpool is shifting from their sort of position. But I still believe he will sign. I really do. I think this is the best place for him, because I think there's been players in the past who've thought the grass was greener, certainly under Jurgen Klopp era, and it hasn't worked out too well for them. And it's not like Mo Salah came to Liverpool as a superstar. He became a superstar at Liverpool, and I think Jurgen Klopp, the way his team plays, being at Liverpool, brings out the best in him. So I don't think it'd be a sensible move for him. If he was to move on, I really don't. I think it'd be better for him and obviously the club if he could put pen to paper.
He did start the season off in blistering goal-scoring form. That has dropped off of late. I suppose you could actually chart it to the African nations. Since then, he scored 5 goals in 14 games for club and country. You have to go back to the Norwich game, February the 19th, for his last goal from open play. So that's more than 14 hours of football since then that he hasn't scored from open play for club or country. Can you put your finger on why?
Well, not in terms of the goals. It's not just the goals with Mo Salah. He's had chances. He always will get chances. But his actual general play has been really poor. It has been over the last sort of 4 to 6 weeks since those tournaments, and you've got to think how much they would have taken him out of him mentally and physically. The disappointment of losing the AFCON, not getting to the World Cup, how many times he played extra time for his country as well. And you know, he's obviously the superstar of the country when they're playing. So I think it's a physical thing and a mental thing, but he's got to come out of it really quickly. But I was very surprised he played midweek. I really was, in Benfica. I know the Champions League is huge, but I think it was a mistake by Jurgen Klopp to play him. I'd love to have him to be sort of really fresh here. He played sort of the first 60, 70 minutes. Again, it wasn't great. So you're coming into this game again thinking Mo Salah's not at his best. Another game where he hasn't played particularly well and not scored. So I'd have probably liked him to have been maybe a little bit fresher today. But sooner or later he will turn up, because he is what he is, one of the greatest players in the world.
Carrie, you say he's going to sign his contract. What's your sort of confidence behind that? You think Liverpool are going to offer him more money eventually and compromise, or you think that Mo Salah's just going to sort of concede and think, well, it's the best place for me? Because obviously he's not done so far.
No, I don't think Liverpool will up their offer at this moment, but I think Mo Salah should be sensible enough, him and his representatives, to understand the situation that they have at Liverpool. He will still be getting an amazing contract, but the football he's playing now, he's playing for one of the best managers in the world, one of the best teams in the world. What he's done over the last 4 or 5 years makes him one of the greatest players to ever wear a Liverpool shirt. And I just think it would be sad if he was to move on, maybe to a rival in this country. I think he'd lose his legacy, if you like. At Liverpool, you look at what happened to Fernando Torres going to Chelsea, and I just don't think it'd be great for his career, because I actually think, where could he go that's better than Liverpool right now? And I don't think there is anywhere.
Given all you've said, Jamie, is there any question that he doesn't actually start here today?
If Mo Salah will start, but what I would say is I think if the other 4 attacking players were going through the run of form that Mo Salah was in right now, they wouldn't start. You're starting them on reputation, but that reputation is not 2 years ago. This reputation is still what we're calling 2 or 3 months ago. He's still the top goal scorer in this league by a long way. It's not even tight. So he is still the biggest goal threat in this Liverpool team.
When you say potentially could concede and they have to get to an agreement, Liverpool and Salah, but for someone just so special, we talk about he's not been playing well, he's still top goal scorer. Would you just not give him a little bit more? Maybe they want to agree here, just a little bit more to stay at the club.
Well, Liverpool are different to Man City, Micah.
How much have you spent?
No, we haven't. Listen, it'll be
You've got
good
the money.
No, it's good money. We haven't got your money, so that's the big difference. You can't just obviously write an open cheque. But no, I think there's a lot of players, not just Mo Salah in this Liverpool team, who are you could argue are the best in the world in their position. You go through the goalkeeper, Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, maybe a couple of other players as well, and they'll all be getting good money. And I don't think Liverpool want one player who's completely different to everyone else.
You have to replace this player. If you go in and Mo Salah doesn't start, you still have to spend.
Haven't they done that already, Mike?
Yeah, they replaced him, haven't they?
Yeah, but you still. with Mo Salah, we're talking about...
And why you think it's
Diaz,
about money, Mick? I don't think it's about money.
Diaz has been fantastic. Jota as well has been played well. Firmino's drifted in and out, but he's back to his form. But Salah is completely different to these players. Salah cannot play when and score a hat-trick.
What's it about then, Roy?
Just
like that.
It might be about new experience. Again, he's at Liverpool, no doubt he's happy, but this idea that it's just about the money, I'd say that's far from
Nearly
it.
30.
Listen, 30, he's obviously quite fit. It's no problem to these modern players. Again, I think he's been abroad before. I think I don't think it'd be about the money. It's just whether he fancies a new experience. Listen, Spain, wherever he might want to go. Italy, I know they mightn't have the money over there, but Spain would certainly be an option for him, no doubt.